Hello, Taurus. Welcome to the Mystery Shack. Today, we're going to be talking about the information relating to the recent countdown website, thisisnotawebsite.com, and a brief overview of the Book of Bill. I'm Stella.
And I'm Nebula.
Without further ado, let's get right into it. The website itself is something that can be discovered in the Book of Bill, which came out July 23rd, starring the main inspiration of the book, Bill's Cipher. The book goes into detail about after Bill's initial death in the series and some fun monster secrets and messages from the Pines family, as well as some dreams and nightmares they may have been having. But we aren't talking about that in specific. Today we're talking about something else. Reading throughout the book, we find out that Bill is still alive through the help of a god named Axolotl, who is an axolotl. Axolotl has been seen in what we thought wasn't a fully canon separate book called Dipper and Mabel and the Curse of the Pirate Treasure. In Dipper and Mabel and the Curse of the Pirate Treasure, Axolotl lets the Pines twins ask it some questions, and Dipper, being Dipper, decides to gain more knowledge about our favorite flying Dorito, Bill's Cipher, in which Axolotl responds with this: 60 degrees that comes in threes, watches from within birch trees, saw his own dimension burn, misses home and can't return, says he's happy, he's a liar, blame the arson for the fire. If he wants to shirk the blame, he'll have to invoke my name. One way to absolve his crime, a different form, a different time. Which at first doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but if you recall that in the final episode of Gravity Falls, Bill speaks backwards before getting smacked by Stanley, at which we can only speculate is him calling out for Axolotl.
Hey, X-O-L-O-T-L! My time has come to burn! I invoke the ancient power that I may return! Yeah!
With this information, we come back over to the Book of Bill, which Nebula will explain for us.
With everything that Stella has said, this tied into how the book ends with a picture of Bill's rotting carcass of a statue, molded, starts lighting up. This picture raises more questions until we discovered that there's a secret website titled thisisnotawebsite.com, which can be found at the very bottom of page 16. After flipping it upside down and reading it on the right, leading us to what could be more. On this website, there's a symbol of a triangle, presumably referencing Bill, and a text box with a submit button next to it. We dug through the book to find an answer as to what might go in the text box, and after searching for ages, we made a connection. We found out that Bill gives us a hint, which leads to the name T.J. Eckleburg, who is an eye doctor in The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. By typing T.J. Eckleburg into the website, hitting submit, the site brings up a timer. Above the timer, it reads lost files and cryptograms. After the timer showed up, you just had to play the waiting game for the timer to hit 0. When it did, the timer disappeared and a message said now showed up. However, it doesn't do anything yet as of now because there has been a legitimate error for the website. Whether this error is intentional or not is to be determined. Along with this error is a picture of Seuss, where he's messing around with some wires. You can click on Seuss's hat, which cycles randomly through some pretty neat dialogues. One of the dialogues is pretty strange though. It's a very rare picture of Seuss possessed by Bill, with Seuss saying something as a cryptogram, which deciphers to so many questions. This could be Bill just messing with us again, or maybe him actually needing to know more on how he could get back to Gravity Falls and have revenge on the Pines family. So what does this mean for the future of Gravity Falls? What does this all mean? Well, some die-hard fans are speculating that this may be the lead up to a next season, or a continuation of Gravity Falls, in which I believe is true. We did just get a reboot of the Fairly Odd Parents show with hints and references to the old show. So maybe big corporation Disney is letting us get what we want after 8 years since the show ended. And also with Dipper's voice actor Jason Ritter posting some very concerning videos around the time the timer has been broken, we can only sit and ponder our end results. Even Alex Hirsch has been doing stuff like this for a while, leading us to clues and subtly messing with fans. But would this really be a big troll at the end of the day to mass sell a book? I don't think so. And we might just get a continuation of Gravity Falls after all. This is all we can hope for. But for some stuff that we do know relating the website, Stella is going to talk about it, and misconceptions and theories that have been circling around the internet.
Starting off, I would like to address some misconceptions regarding the countdown and its code. In the code, there is this timestamp, which translates to July 30th, 2024, 7 p.m. Coordinated Universal Time. There was a lot of noise around the idea that the timer would stop at -7, which, if you were watching this video, you likely know that did not happen. All that this timestamp was a date and time that the countdown would hit 000, which is when the countdown would be replaced by the message "now" in all caps. Now with that out of the way, I would like to address the false information about Seuss's dialogues. There's false pictures of Seuss's dialogue going around, like shown on screen, that I'd like to clear up. On screen is a list of all the current dialogue messages you can get by clicking on Seuss's hat. And if you're asking yourself, why haven't I seen the last one on the list? Let me explain why you aren't. Imagine you have a, let's say, 10-sided die. Let's say you want to roll a 5. Your chance of getting a 5 is 1 in 10 rolls. Imagine that 1 in 10 chance is your chance of getting any other message apart from the cryptogram message. Now imagine you have two 10-sided dice, and now you want to roll a 5 on both dice. This means that the probability of landing 5 on both dice is 1 in 100 rolls, because 1/10 times 1/10 equals 1/100th. Now imagine that 1 in 100th chance is your chance of getting the cryptogram. I pulled this info directly from the code, which can be found here on screen. This was the easiest way I was able to explain it without going into code functions. The last misconception I would like to go over is the episode name change on Disney+. The name never changed, it has always been what's shown on screen. When deciphered with the Visionaire cipher, using the keyword Blue Book coming from the episode Dipper and Mabel versus the Future, it comes out as Weirdmageddon. There's truly nothing more to it than that. With those misconceptions debunked, I would like to mention that we have a Discord server. Our Discord server is meant for you theorists who want to talk to others about your thoughts, as well as other people who like to talk about Gravity Falls. If you'd like to join, it will be linked in the description, as well as our other socials. There was a lot more we wanted to add to the video, so if you'd like to support the channel, make sure to like the video and subscribe to never miss out on a Mystery Shack upload. From the team at Mystery Shack, have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!